snobs are back. So I actually made a video about yarn snobs a couple of years ago, thinking that would be the end of it. It's not. I don't think it ever will be, and it's something that I feel very strongly about, like, just don't be a yarn snob. And if it was that simple, I wouldn't be standing here right now. But yeah, we need to talk about it again. So I went to see Project Hail Mary a couple of days ago. It's such a good film. The cardigan in it is just amazing. And they have a crochet hacky sack of earth as well. So you think, oh, as knitters, this is so cool. We can knit this cardigan from the film. The pattern is around. You can buy the pattern and knit the cardigan. This is obviously brilliant news, great news, good news, breaking news. There's no way this can be terrible. There's no way this can be tainted by snobs. There's no way this is bad news because you can knit a cardigan from a film. Exact replica. So that is good, that is good. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, bye! I wish it was that way. I wish everyone had the same amount of excitement as I do and other people making the cardigan do. So I watch videos of people making it and it's just such a fun journey. But alas, we are here for the yarn snobs. So I'm going to read some comments out that I found because I just hate this so much. I just wish everyone would be so excited about knitting something, especially something so cool. I was watching the film and the collar is just so chunky. It looks so cozy. And yes, I have bought the kit to make it because I had a few gins last night and I thought I'm going to treat myself. So I've actually bought the kit and I'm going to obviously do videos about that. The best thing about the kit, it's knit flat. There's no knit in the round, it's loads of sections. Front, back, sleeves. Yes. This is what I mean, it's such an exciting thing because other people are being excited about it. So there's like a little group online where everyone's really excited to knit this cardigan. It's really fun to watch a journey of people making it as well, and that's why I also bought the pattern, the kit, sorry. But anyway, we're not here for the excitement, are we? Next video, when I've got the kit, we will be. But for right now, we're about yarn snobs. So, I just roll my eyes so much. It's like, the world's so horrible, just be happy. Especially if you're a knitter, come on. Especially if you're a knitter that has the skill to replicate this thing. I've seen another thing as well, which is great. So people who can't knit have found the original pattern and commented that they want to learn to knit, which is so great. It's so great that it's also doing that. Right, let's just get on with the hate. So, unfortunately, it's made with acrylic, but the pattern is cute. I just want the fox pattern. I don't want to pay 90 for a kit full of acrylic yarn. So this person here has dissed the actual people who designed the pattern in the 1950s. This person here is dissing that company and the whole thing. So on Mary Maxim's official Instagram, this person has put, man, they're really going balls to the walls with this, eh? And it's like, yes, of course they are. Of course they are. Because their cardigan is in a really, really good film, like a Hollywood film. Of course they're going balls to the walls. God. Not only is their cardigan a film, but people want to knit it, so it's bringing that old vintage pattern back to life. But like I say, there's always haters. There's always haters, isn't there? Another one? This should be a glass of wine. This is really stressful. So, are you guys going to release the pattern as a standalone? Some of us don't want to knit with acrylic. You need to make the pattern by itself. Most people don't like to knit with acrylic yarn for clothing. Please sell the pattern by itself. I want to make it, but with natural yarn and not acrylic. Good thing I saw this. I was about to order it, but I just read the label and see it's synthetic fibre. Does anyone in their right mind want to spend their precious time knitting a plastic sweater? So I was looking last night and I'm just on their Instagram now because I just wanted to see if there's new comments. And there is. So in reply to that comment, someone's put, right, I now realise why they never listed anywhere on their pre-order site that it's acrylic, 2 exclamation points. I wanted to buy a set myself, but I can't buy an acrylic sweater in a store. So I certainly wouldn't spend hours knitting just to wear something that wouldn't keep me warm and would stink. What? Is it ethical for a legendary brand to offer acrylic in this day and age? And then this, I'm just going to read this, I'm just going to vent. This person has put, why aren't they selling it as a full jumper though? Because the pattern is a cardigan. Because the pattern is a vintage pattern for the 1950s, that is a cardigan. Should be wool. Is there any way to only purchase a fox pattern? I'd buy the kit, but the synthetic yarn throws me off. I'd like to have one made from 100% natural wool. Any chance you can make up some kits with chunky wool instead of acrylic? And then someone's just put here, Ryan makes it look good, you won't. We'll see. I've kind of gone off on a tangent, but I need to put this comment out because apparently the cardigan's not masculine enough. Do you have anything like this with a bear in brackets masculine? Question mark. Okay, so that's all the comments. So once again, we're talking about acrylic yarn. I don't even know how to start this. Let's just get into it. So this cardigan is based off a 1950s pattern. They've just updated it to look more like a fox, because the original one's a wolf pattern. So this pattern is from the 1950s basically, where, believe it or not, in the 1950s acrylic yarn was this new and exciting thing. People couldn't wait to try it. It was more accessible, it was cheaper, it was easy to wash, much like it is now. But in the 1950s, we didn't have yarn snobs. In the 1950s, this was like, oh wow, this is so cool, this is so cool. This isn't going to take me hours to wash. It's not going to take ages to dry. It wasn't seen as this thing. It's just such a cool thing that people are excited, and I can't believe it's turned into this hate. People were using 100% wool, which back then wasn't as nice as it is now. It was really scratchy. So acrylic yarn was better than wool yarn. And back then, people weren't judging you for getting acrylic yarn. There wasn't yarn snobs. There wasn't people going, oh, you're using acrylic. There was none of that. There was no hate. There was no jealousy. Everyone was just excited about a new invention. And like you think of the world now and it's like, I use natural only, and I look down on people that use acrylic. It's just turned, the knitting community and crochet community has turned into this just, it feels very high school. It feels very cliquey. It just feels like, oh, I'm cooler than you because I use 100% natural fibres and you're cheap and nasty because you use acrylic. It has like that vibe, like the bullying vibe. Like, so what? If people just want to use acrylic yarn forever, like that is okay. And that is what they did in the 1950s. So I think it's really cool that a pattern inspired by the 1950s, which is basically the same, they just changed a bit of it, like a bit of the chart, is basically the same. So I think it's really cool that a pattern from the 1950s is using acrylic yarn to match the theme. It's a 1950s pattern, it's 1950s yarn, it's a 1950s cardigan. It is all so fitting, and it makes sense that they are using acrylic yarn for that reason. I think if you're a knitter, you can tell it's a vintage pattern just by looking at it, because the way the illustrations are, like you can get like skiing versions of this. There is just, I'm just looking now, there is so many cool designs, and it's so cool that not only is this vintage pattern coming back to life, but the Mary Maxim, they're coming back to life. So to go back to the guy in the first place, of course they are going balls to the wall. Like, it's so cool, something so old is coming back. And you can buy the pattern without buying the kit. It's a bit different because it's the wolf, not the fox. So you can buy that from Mary Maxim. So you don't have to complain about using acrylic. Just buy the pattern and change the colours. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's a Canadian company, and Ryan Gosling is Canadian, so I think that's why they went with this pattern. And it is inspired by, I think it's the collar that makes it inspired by the Cowichan knitting. So Cowichan knitting is a form of knitting characteristic of the Cowichan people of southeastern Vancouver Island, British Columbia. The distinctively patterned heavy knit Cowichan sweaters, popular among British Columbians and tourists, are produced using this method. Cowichan sweaters are also called Siwash sweaters, Indian sweaters, curling sweaters, or sometimes Mary Maxim sweaters. While Cowichan is the name of a specific First Nations group, classic Cowichan sweater of the 20th century was knitted off-white or undyed wool, in coat style, fastened at the front by buttons or a zipper, hip length with a shawl collar. That's what it is. It's a super, it looks so cosy. Does that make sense why it's called a shawl collar? And is usually ornamented with indigenous or sporting motifs. Knitting became part of the instruction of indigenous girls during the 1860s. So this Cowichan sweater is like from the 1800s, and then they made it modern from the 1950s, and then now they've made it modern for 2026. So it's really, I said this in a previous video before, like knitting is surviving. The world changes so much and knitting like stays the same. So 1800s, first Cowichan sweater, 1950s, and now 2026, a little bit altered. Like, it's so cool that it dates back that far, and you could go and get an 1800s pattern of the Cowichan sweater and knit it, because you knit a vintage pattern and nothing changes. There's no wording that changes. Yes, they're more complicated because they're not as easily explained as modern patterns are about sizing and things like that. They're just kind of basic instructions, but you can knit a vintage pattern and it'll look like the picture or photograph, which I think is really cool. And I just love that. Part of me is just so happy that it's come full circle, and it's a nice thing. And yarn snobs, for some reason, are always going to be here. We have to ignore them and see that it's amazing that you can knit this cardigan. It's amazing to have this skill as a knitter. You see something in a film and you're like, I can knit that. And that's what I did. I was like, I can knit this. I'm going to buy the kit. Like, why not? It's so simple because it's just two sizes, like medium and large. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be a really fun knit as well because it's like chunky. So I'm like properly excited. And like, honestly, I love that it's 100% acrylic because I can just chuck it in the washing machine and nothing's going to change. It's not going to shrink or anything. Like, I cannot be bothered to hand wash anything. So I love acrylic yarn for that. Like, I love acrylic yarn for loads of different reasons, but like the main reason is that you can just chuck it in the wash and nothing changes. I also love that I get to put a zipper in this. I think that's going to be like icing on the cake. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I do knitting in my car and cafe videos. I do the odd rant because I just can't not rant about things that annoy me in the knitting world. Like, I don't know why it's so cliquey. It's so strange, but it's just the way it is. So I do talk about the knitting community and the snobs. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!